be comfortable being uncomfortable. People often say, go out of your comfort zone or do something out of the ordinary for you, something out of your routine, something that you think will make you uncomfortable. Because chances are the experiences that you end up enjoying the most are the ones that are the most uncomfortable at first. For me, I've had this experience multiple times, especially throughout my college career. The first example is when I first broke up with my girlfriend and I had not involved myself in school at all. And I was like, okay, now's the time I need to finally start involving myself in school since I have all this free time now that I used to be spending with my girlfriend all the time. And so what I did was I joined the rock climbing club. And at first, this was something I wasn't used to. I don't like social interaction very much, but I just decided to show up to the event on a Friday night. It was at a rock climbing gym, and I met this girl named Tanisha there, and she's super cool, and she welcomed me to the club, and I met this guy named Ian, and I met this guy named Michael, who ended up becoming one of my best friends here. And I also made friends with Kevin, who's also a good friend of mine. And, I met all these lifelong friends now that I've decided to join the club just a year ago. And my life completely changed since then. I became a more integral part of the club. I started attending all their events. And, I know like almost everyone in the club, all the core members at least. And they're really cool people. If I never did that in the first place, I don't think I would have that group of friends around that community at all. This year, I wanted to expand my social group and I joined another club. And so this club, I wanted to be more of a social club. Like the rock climbing club was, more of a sports club, right? You aren't, although you do socialize, it's not really for that. It's for rock climbing itself. It's for people who have a passion for rock climbing. So I decided to join a social club, and I chose Japanese club because I'm a fucking weeaboo, right? So I joined the club, started the quarter of my junior year. I joined the rock climbing club in my sophomore year. So far, I've joined one new club a quarter. One new club an academic year. And for my senior year, which is next year, since I'm almost done with my last quarter of my junior year, I'll probably join another club. Have three on my platter. But I joined this Japanese club, and they have this big little event where you can talk to people who have been in the club and want to pick up littles, right? I'm a third year at this point. Usually, when you're little, you're like a first or second year. Sometimes there will be third years who are like transfer students, so it's technically their first year in at this college, but they're third years, right? Academically. And I felt a little out of place just because I was, an upperclassman and I was being picked up by most of the bigs there were second years, so I was going to be older than them. But I met this guy named Cade, and we really clicked. And this was the third Big Little event. So there's, or the fourth one, I believe. There's 4 Big Little events total, and only at the very last one did I click with this guy. I didn't really talk to that many bigs beforehand. I thought, a big would kind of just come into my life, but no, I had to go out and click with one, and I did. And now he's a good friend of mine. His name's Cade. I don't know if I already said that. And I've got to know him pretty well. I hang out with him every now and then. And in fact, the reason I wanted to make a video about going out of my comfort zone is because today I woke up really late. I woke up at 11 p.m. Don't question why, but I saw Cade and his other friends. I'm in their Discord server online, and they're playing Valorant. And I kind of wanted to play Valorant because I had been studying I have 2 finals this week, but I've been studying and I want to take a break. But I wasn't sure I was ready for some social interaction. I kind of just not talking to people most of the time. But I did want to play with them to a certain degree, so I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll just join the call. Join the call, and it's chill. And I just wait there, and I just wait until a spot opens up in their five stack, and then an hour later, a spot opens up, and I have a lot of fun playing with them. I play like 4 games in a row. I think we win all four. Most of us are like smurfing, but yeah, I get my fix of Valorant in. That was great, and I really enjoyed playing with them for the time being, and we play all the way until like 5 a.m. Like not the healthiest, but again, I woke up really late, so at that point it was like lunchtime for me. As crazy as that sounds, but yeah, I felt like I didn't decided to not go out of my comfort zone. Like, oh, I just don't want to join call. I rather just sit in my chair and keep studying or listening to music or solo queuing by myself. I wouldn't have had that fun social interaction playing Valorant with these guys online. Um, so it's always good to go out of your comfort zone. Even now, I still struggle to do so. I feel like that's pretty normal for most people. It's sometimes hard to do stuff that's not what you're hardwired to do. But the reason it's a good idea to do it is because, especially like my age, I'm so young, right? Well, 21, I guess that's young. Well, people who aren't 21 will say, "Oh, you're so young." So I'll just say I'm young, right? And I mean, I am pretty young, I'd say. Like, there's so many experiences to be had at my age, and so much maturing and growing to do. So it's good to take advantage of these interesting and unique opportunities as they pop up in your life. Even though you may feel like you'd rather not do them, you'd rather just stay comfortable. Comfort is deadly and comfort is bad. You might hear this from some people, and it's true because if you're always just staying comfortable, then your life isn't going to change in any direction. And most of the directions, the good it completely outweighs the bad, right? You might do something you're not comfortable with, and you might have a bad experience, right? But in the long run, the good experiences definitely completely overtake the bad ones, and you end up learning a lot from these type of things. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Stay uncomfortable, and yeah, that's about it.